Good evening. Time for another round of Spirit of Justice. So, when we last left off, I believe we were well into the fourth case. Let's see. Oh, right. The perfume. Which have a fairly good idea of who that's referring to. She did smell very nice, didn't she? Just a moment of defense. You would throw suspicion on Gator now because of his scent? Your Honor, there's no need to go along with these ever-changing claims of defense. We have changed things around a few times, but, I mean, we've also been following the, clues where they lead. And she could have been at the crime scene. Get to see those... Damn Athena. Vulgar. His Honor is not interested in such things. Yeah, let's... I think it's appropriate to ask some questions given the circumstances. Nothing to do with her. Look, we had to deal with the quirks of your legal system sometimes, buddy. Now you have to deal with ours, unfortunately. Here we go again. Calling this disciple of the Tornado School of Rakugo back for an encore. It's me, the balloon artist you all know and love, Gabriel Tornado. 2. She didn't even do anything that time. Your Honor, please. Try to make treat this time. Actually, I called you back for more testimony. I'm all talked out. This case has left me completely deflated. What, you didn't find that funny? Anyway, what exactly is going on, Simon? It seems the person who murdered Master Tornado was wearing perfume. And you were the only person I could think of who wears perfume. Wait, do you mean as a suspect now? Gator, you knew about Owen, right? Well, yes. Alpha played with it at Shisho's request. So that means you could have left that fake dying message, right? What? Just because I wear perfume and know Owen? Think I'm a murderer? Oh, how could you? Witness is absolutely right. With no evidence but the distorted memories of a small child, it is outrageous of the defense to accuse this woman. He has a point. Like, we should probably have more than just this. Step down from the stand, Gator. Defense does not have one scrap of evidence that connects you to the crime. Well, not proof, but Owen's testimony is... It's really... I'm so close. There must be something I can do. The prosecutor says it's okay, then I guess I'll be going.
Silence!
Boy, Gator, you're an entertainer, aren't you? Once you go on stage, it's your duty to complete your performance, is it not? So what are you doing, leaving halfway through? Hello? There's a bandage on her forehead. Since we know that Master Tornado's killer has a cut on their face somewhere. Impossible. How'd you know, Simon? I didn't. I had to take a chance and see for myself. Otherwise, your theory would remain a groundless accusation. Your Honor, Prosecutor Samadi, the scent of perfume and injury on the forehead, these things are completely consistent with Owen's testimony. In short, the mysterious individual Owen saw in the dressing room could have been Gator. Sykes. Does this mean you are formally indicting this witness for the murder of Taifu Tornado? Should your accusation prove to be false, I hope you are prepared to pay the price in full. Simon, what price is he talking about? Thought that should be obvious. Prosecutor Sadmonk says he'll see to it you never stand in a court of law again. I must say, though, he knows how to make a trial interesting. Also, I feel like he doesn't get to say shit, given that he spent most of this game falsely accusing people. Even it was fairly clear at some points that they weren't guilty. Anyways, into the deep end with you. You really have but one choice anyway. Miss Sykes, waiting. Trying to witness Gator Tornado. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason for me to hold back, not if I really believe in my client. Defense wishes to formally indict Gator Tornado for the murder of Taifu Tornado. I've tried to be merciful, but now not even your pleas will reach the Holy Mother's ears. You'll have plenty of time to regret your decision in the pit of hell. Except I won't need to. The person who murdered the victim was not Mr. Wet. It's Gator Tornado. The bandage is just from a silly slip-up I made while cooking yesterday, that's all. What kind of extreme cooking were you doing to cut yourself on the forehead? Well, what can I say? That's what happened. You also don't have an alibi for the period before 4 p.m., do you, Gator? But I really didn't know anything was wrong until Shisho was found dead. If you don't believe me, then with a twisty twist... There you have it, an adorable little kitten. Balloons they need some work. Ew, I've been meaning to say this for a while now, but could it be that you don't have an eye for balloon art? Don't you think I know that? You didn't have to come out and say it. The daughter of a great Rakugo artist. I never wanted to do stupid balloon art. I was supposed to be a Rakugo storyteller too, just like my late daddy. But Shisho told me to do balloon art instead. Guess the victim thought she had no talent as a Rakugo artist either. So you're still gonna suspect a poor little thing like me? Please stop trying to skirt the issue. It all comes down to the scent of perfume and the cut in your forehead. You and the culprit in Owen's testimony share these two traits. You're dead set on accusing me, aren't you? Well, here's what I have for naughty little girls like you. Twisty twist twist. Okay. That'd make me testify all you want. Truth's revealed. It'll be your balloon or mine that goes pop. Got it. Well, I think this is the signal that we get one time at one point or another. Is everybody at a tornado school like this? How should I know? I visited the dressing room during that time to make a courtesy call after my act. Shisho and Owen were in there, but they were both snoring up a storm. I saw the note Shisho left, so I just left. Didn't want to disturb him, you know. The perfume Owen smelled must have been left over from when I visited. They were saying she went into the dressing room, but then left right away. Don't take her at her word. Come on, do you really think I would? Just trying to figure out how to get her to talk about what really happened. Then, Miss Sykes, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Courtesy call after your performance, huh? Come to think of it, Wendo mentioned making the same kind of visit. Yeah, a visit to your master before and after your routine. This is common courtesy with us Rakugo artists and entertainers. That means you paid the victim a courtesy call before your performance too, right? What'd you see at that time? He's having a drink and getting himself into a festive mood. I like to say that drinking gave him a silver tongue. So he was already drinking by then. Window wasn't there in the dressing room yet at that time. Must have gone in there during my act, because when I went back, Shisho and Owen were in there, but they were both snoring up a storm. Hold it! Could you describe how they appeared? They're both stretched out on the floor, snoozing away. Setting the victim up and over the table must have been the culprit's doing. After all, who wouldn't stretch out on the floor if they could take a nap? Plus, that matches up with what Owen said in his testimony. If he was asleep, how could you tell it was Owen? How did you know it wasn't Wendo? I've known the guy for ages. One look at his face and I know which one I'm dealing with. I see. I saw the note Shisho left, so I just left. Didn't want to disturb him, you know. Hold it! Where did you find your master's note? I don't know. Can't remember. Did you notice anything else unusual or out of place in the room? Well, there was the sake and a half-eaten manju on the table. I didn't see anything else out of place or whatever in the room, though. Oh, is that a fact? Of course it is. What do you think? You didn't change anything around while you were in there. Didn't do anything. Look, I'm telling you. I didn't see anything funny near Shisho, and I didn't touch anything in the room. For baldness, I request that Gator's last statement be added to her testimony. Simon, what's a statement like that going to do for us? Just play along and you'll see soon enough. I have no problem with adding that to the testimony, but how about you, Miss Sykes? I have no problem with it either, Your Honor. What's Simon thinking? To admit that the scent Owen smelled when you witnessed the crime was from your perfume. Yeah, sure, why not? All it proves is I was in the dressing room anyway. Didn't do a thing to prove I killed Shisho. Maybe true, but Bucky's the one who bumped off Shisho. Alright, let's try this last one. So I just want to confirm, you didn't see anything at all unusual or out of place anywhere around the victim. I already told you, nothing. You didn't touch anything at all in the dressing room. Times I gotta say it. No, I didn't touch anything. Right, then she's saying she didn't see what Wendo immediately saw when he checked the victim's body. Does that mean it wasn't there yet at that time? Yeah, it's the TV, I think. What is it? So maybe it was already there in the room. Oh. Thanks for the non-help. Your statement has been added. She's still sticking to her guns. Said she didn't see anything unusual in the dressing room. Yeah. That strikes me as a little strange on its own. Master Tornado really is the one who left that. You'd think Gator would have noticed it. And if Master Tornado wasn't the one who left it, then we must ask who did. I'm getting at, don't you? I think so. I think that's what they're referring to. Or I guess it could also be the cards? Objection! Yeah, those cards. Gator, you said that you didn't notice anything odd or unusual near your master. You also said you didn't touch anything in the dressing room. That's right. What about it? And I wonder who left that dying message with the Karuta cards. What are you going on about? Had to have been that Bucky. Sorry, but that's not possible. Because only 3 people knew of Wendo's personalities. Wendo, your master, and you. Bucky left that Karuta message. He wouldn't have spelled out Owen, he would have spelled out window. What it boils down to is this: as a member of the Tornado School, you, Geru Tornado, are the only one who could have left that dying message. And as the person who left that message, it's clear that you are Master Tornado's killer. Will you ever quit your yapping?
Objection!
You're like wretches clinging to the spider thread of salvation. Allow me to cut that holy thread from the heavens and bring you back down to earth. You quit butting in whenever things start to go my way. Silence. Playtime is over. What did you just say? The witness stated she went into the dressing room and soon came back out again. The victim's note was not the only reason she left with such haste. There was another reason that compelled Geru to leave at once. Geru, would you please relate said reason to the court? Is there a reason why she had to leave the dressing room? I didn't want to show you this, but I guess I got no choice. Keep your eyes peeled, because here it comes. Her hand is all swollen and red. What happened, Geru? If you must know, I'm allergic to buckwheat. Allergic reactions to buckwheat can vary, though they're usually on the severe side. With Typhoon Tornado making soba noodles in his dressing room, Geru is lucky to still be alive, considering all the soba flour that was swirling in the air. I think it left pretty quick and managed to escape with just a mild reaction. On your hands! I touch Shisho as he's being carried away, and look what oh did to my poor hands. Must have been soba broth on his clothes or something. If I'd inhaled any of that soba flour, I'd have had a seizure and it'd been good night Geru. Never could have stayed in that dressing room for very long. A person allergic to buckwheat couldn't be in a room with soba flour in the air, and certainly couldn't use soba dough as a murder weapon either. This isn't good. You knew it would come to this, didn't you? That's why you never mentioned her allergy. As if I would do anything so under... Dude, this has been your, like, this has been your operating procedure for, like, 3 cases now. Simply trying to protect the privacy of this... Sick of all these accusations. Why don't I just testify and get it all out in the open, yeah? If I come into the slightest contact with buckwheat, I get an allergic reaction. With that much soba flour in the air, that room could have literally killed me. My hand, just touching Shisho's body caused this much damage. Must have been soba broth on his clothes. I never could have committed that murder in the dressing room. Still can't believe it. Nobody told me she had a soba allergy. Did you know, Simon? Does it look like I knew? Protect the privacy of the witness, my foot. What a dirty trick. Now what do we do? There's only one thing to do. Put Prosecutor Sadmonk to shame with your cross-examination. Right. No matter how small, we'll find us an opening and break her testimony down. You're not lying about this soba allergy of yours, right? Of course not. I swear on the grave of my father up in heaven. I can even get you a doctor's certificate if you want. She seems to be telling the truth. I've had this allergy for as long as I can remember. Never dreamt in a million years it would clear me of murder. And you'll come out of this smelling like a delicate buckwheat flour to boot. Well said, Your Honor. That was so... Peter, there was quite a bit of flour scattered about in that dressing room. But you went in to pay your respects to your master regardless, right? Yeah, but like I said, I came right back out. I mean, the soba-making tools are right there. Better believe I was careful not to breathe any of it in. But you still could have committed this crime if you held your breath while doing it. You're ridiculous. I would have suffocated to death before Shisho did. Yeah, I guess you're right. Jeez, get a grip, will ya? Maybe there's a twist here. Like you're actually allergic to dogs and not soba. You kidding? Bring my little Juhimu in here. I'll hug and squeeze him like there's no tomorrow. I'm telling you, I have a genuine, honest-to-goodness soba allergy. Defense, the witness clearly has an authentic allergy to buckwheat. Any further deliberation on the matter would be meaningless, pointless, worthless. You heard the man, lawyer girl. Alright, fine. Just starting to think the same thing myself. I mean, I have to like it, though. Probably got this allergic reaction in my hand here because I touched Shisho. I have a question about that, actually. You're allergic to soba. Does that mean you're allergic to the noodle broth, too? Well, the buckwheat from the noodles can dissolve into the broth, so duh. Touching soba broth can be just as deadly for me. Don't you know anything? What an amateur. I'm sorry? Do I look like a doctor to you? Look, anything that has soba in it, or anything that has touched soba is like poison to me. I never could have committed that murder in the dressing room. So I just want to cover all my bases, but could the murder have possibly occurred somewhere other than the dressing room? That's out of the question. By even asking, you show your complete disregard for what we have discussed until now. Yes, I have to agree. The defense can't go around suggesting new premises without basis. Fortunately for you, Shisho didn't take a single step from his dressing room around the time of the murder. Well, that is unfortunate for everyone. Harry could not have possibly committed this crime in a room where soba was being made. Is this where the fresh thing is going to come in? Like, if you wait too long, it spoils, and like the... No, because the flour is still all over the place. What would Mr. Wright do at a time like this? There's only one thing to do. What are you smiling about? The pressure overwhelmed you? Nope. It's just the worst of times when lawyers have to force the biggest smiles. I see. You have no rebuttal, and so the only thing left to you is to smile. Oh ho 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 ho. That's where you're wrong. I do have a rebuttal. Turn your thinking around, Athena. Don't try to figure out how Geru, who is allergic to soba, could commit the crime. Figure out how Geru could be in that room and not have an allergic reaction instead. Regular flour dough for udon noodles. Very fresh. Written by the victim. Allow me to read it. Resting, do not disturb. Now that I saw after reading that, who wouldn't think Shisho was napping? Oh dear. What if that certain piece of evidence doesn't mean what we think it means? If that's the case, I might be able to prove that Geru could have committed this crime. Now, how hard you search your mind, you cannot overturn facts. Well, Miss Sykes, if you have no further objections, I'll hand down my ruling. True, I can't overturn facts, but what if we got our facts about a piece of evidence wrong? Got our facts wrong? What are you talking about now? Which piece of evidence do you mean, Miss Sykes? Please point it out to this court. This evidence proves that Gator could have killed her master, even with her soba allergy. How did this work? Something to do with the maybe with the dumplings? I don't know. Guessing it's this somehow. This note. A note? Preposterous. Possible connection could there be between the witness's allergy and that note? The answer lies in the true meaning of this note. True meaning. Note does not mean I am resting, do not disturb, as we had assumed, but rather it actually means this dough is resting, do not disturb it. Wait a minute, Athena, that doesn't make any sense. You're right, it doesn't. After all, as Bucky told us many a time, you don't let soba dough rest. What's all this jibber-jabber got to do with anything? Said the home stretch. Note Mr. Wet's words have led me to the conclusion that Master Tornado was making udon noodles? Victim Typhoon Tornado was not making buckwheat noodles. He was making ordinary udon noodles instead. The layer of flour in the dressing room wasn't soba flour, but plain old wheat flour for udon. So actually, it was totally possible for Gator to be in that room and kill her master. If that's true, it changes everything. Your Honor, the defense requests that the flour in the room be tested immediately. Soba noodles were found in the bowl, and Gator did have a reaction on her hand. How do you explain those things? Well, you were udon flour instead of soba, you still cannot prove Gator committed the crime. But don't lose your nerve now. Keep charging forward, you'll feel my blade at your back. Enough with the threats already, I got it. What pressure. Alright, Athena, take a deep breath and go over everything again. Alright, so... visualize the case from start to finish. Define inclusiveness. Okay. So, if we're assuming that he's making udon. He must have been making udon noodles in his dressing room. Something the crime scene indicates otherwise. There's soba noodles in a bowl on the table. Master wasn't making soba. Soba noodles were found at the scene. That means the noodles had to have come from somewhere. The mysterious serving of soba noodles. That sounds... yeah, there was one left. Uncooked noodles. Why would the culprit go out of their way to cook that soba and put it in the bowl? To obfuscate the scene? hide it. Has a grudge against Udon, obviously. I mentioned that this case is very silly. Yeah, I think I know how she got rid of the dough, too. The murder weapon was the udon dough the victim made. If we can find this dough, that'll prove my theory correct. Undeniably prove Gator's guilt.
Objection.
That's where the dog comes in. Please recall once eyewitness testimony, Prosecutor Subnati. The injury on Geiru's forehead was caused by the victim's knife. Geiru's blood must have dripped down on the dough used as the murder weapon. That would make the dough pretty conclusive evidence, wouldn't you agree? Now, where is this conclusive evidence? Let's hear your theory on where this murder weapon is. Well, it's... Now then, Miss Sykes, let's hear your answer. Where's the real murder weapon hidden? Nice barking you did. Thank you for that hint. But I was already aware of that. This one? Yeah.
Take that!
Let's dig up the leftovers. Geru. What is it? I'm just an innocent girl. I don't know anything about a murder. Stuff that Kudak in your balloon hat. Geru got rid of the dough she used to kill Master Tornado in a bold and daring way. She did it right in front of Prosecutor Blackwell's nose by feeding it to her dog. The dog literally ate her homework. Of course, now it all makes sense. This puzzle is why Geru, who should know her own dog's eating habits, would feed Jugemu more that he could possibly finish. Your Honor, please order an investigation of the yard right now. And what should the police at the theater be looking for exactly? Jugemu must have buried his leftover dumplings somewhere around his doghouse. Dumplings that Geru made out of the udon dough with her blood in it. This is preposterous. Well, thank you, Simon. If you hadn't kept me going, I might have given up along the way. What are you blabbing on about? You still have work to do. Now, by your hand, finish this wretched case off, Athena. Got it. Geru, do you remember what you said would happen when the truth is finally revealed? Well, now the truth is out, and it looks to me like it's your balloon that goes pop. I'm a Rakugo artist. I was the one who was supposed to inherit that name. But then, Shisho... My balloon's bursting. Daddy, are you mad at me? I've been a bad girl. Oh boy. Duh! Ready to tell us everything now, Geru? The whole reason I entered the world of Rakugo in the first place was to follow my father's wonderful footsteps and inherit his stage name. Stage name? You don't mean Window Tornado? I knew I wasn't very good at storytelling, but I thought that If I did the stupid balloon thing like Shisho wanted, I'd inherit the name someday. Master Tornado gave his name to his junior disciple. Yeah, that's why I took my revenge on Shisho during the show celebrating the name succession. So that was your entire motive? I doubt anybody else could understand, but inheriting my father's name was everything to me. It's my whole reason for living. Of all the days you could have taken your revenge, why did you choose the day of the show? Because I wanted to pay Wendo back for stealing what was rightfully mine. I wanted to pin the blame on him at the show where all the Tornado fans were gathered. But then Wendo tried to shift the blame onto Bucky Wet, and now we know the whole story. There's just one more thing I want to know. Did you know Master Tornado was making udon in his dressing room yesterday? No, I didn't. When I saw the soba making tools, I was worried about my allergy. It was my only chance to get my revenge on the two of them, so I went ahead and did it. It was a premeditated crime, but in the end, you only went through it with it on impulse. Then the allergic reaction on your hand. Is it from touching the soba in the refrigerator with your bare hands? When you were tampering with the crime scene after your master's death? Yeah. By that time, I wasn't clear-headed enough to worry about my allergy. Garu, how could you do all this, you idiot? I get your desire to inherit your father's name. But what you really should have inherited from him wasn't his name, but his heart. His heart. Have anything to add, Prosecutor Sudmati? Any objections? No, Your Honor. Ms. Athena Sykes. Yes, that's the first time he's used my name. I shall be sure to remember your name. Really? Seems he finally recognizes you as a proper adversary. Thanks. That's all I ask, Prosecutor Sudmati. Looks like there are no further objections. Bailiff, please bring in the defendant. Ah, good. Seems you have made a full recovery. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Bucky Wet, not guilty. Court is adjourned. Congratulations, Bucky. I'm so glad you were found innocent. Thanks for everything, Miss Chickadee. It still sucks that you were accused of a crime you didn't commit. Did Wendo have it out for you or something? I don't think so. Wendo said it was a spur-of-the-moment idea he got when he saw the Soba-themed cards. Simon, where have you been? Stopped in at Wendo's questioning. Only you, Bucky, could get framed for a crime on a whim. No way. Almost got convicted out of convenience? Well, at least you've been completely cleared of all charges, so buck up, Bucky. On a more important note, what I really want to know is, why did Master Tornado let Garu inherit her father's name? What do you mean, on a more important note, Miss Chickadee? Oh, don't be such a wet blanket. Just go with the flow. Now come on. The Master was trying to encourage her to quit the entertainment business? Nah, that's not it. He didn't give the name to her because he wanted Garu to find her own calling in life. Perform whatever she wanted without being bound by her father's name or Rakugo. Making udon was his way of showing his support for her in her new endeavor. So that's why he called you to the theater, huh? To teach him how to make udon. A more roundabout way I've never seen, but that's Master Tornado for you. This entire incident happened because of a misunderstanding? How sad. By the way, Garu wasn't the only person Master Tornado was trying to cheer on, even though the person in question still seems unaware of the Master's intentions. What? You talking about me? Come Come on, no way. All the little every man did was criticize my soba. It's not true, Bucky. Must be a way to make Bucky see just how Master Tornado cared about him. I'm guessing it's this because we haven't used it?
Take that!
Good look, Bucky. Whose name is on there as the holder of this title deed? It's still in my name. Master Tornado was just up to one of his tricks when he said he stole the shop from you. He's trying to force you to grow into a truly capable owner. That's a weird... These people all have weird ways of doing things. Probably used some tough love on you so the shop wouldn't just go belly up. Okay. But... I never knew. Master Tornado, I'm so sorry. Keep working hard, Bucky, and pay him back by living up to his expectations. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, just wrapping up case 4 here. It was a case. Thanks, Simon. You too, Miss Chickadee. One day, my soup is gonna be so good, I'll knock that old man's socks clean off. After all, I'm the 4th generation owner of Wet Soba, or noodle number 4. Who did it? Do you want me to tell you? Let's see. Yeah, so basically at the end of the last stream, we found out that the killer involved had perfume, so it was like, well, there's only one who's mentioned that, and it took a lot of piecing it together from there, but yeah, it was the clown. I better be getting back to my shop. Gotta get ready for the lunch rush. Hold on. Can I place an order for delivery, Bucky? Yes, Miss Chickadee. You deliver a bowl of udon to Gator on behalf of her master? Got it. Make sure it's got all the TLC Master Tornado packed in it too. Yeah, a whole bunch of them actually. Pretty much all of them, to be honest. I'll see ya. Be sure to drop by the shop sometime. Hi, it's Tormuse. Hello, hello. Bring the whole agency with me. So proud, Bucky. I have the best soba in town waiting for you when you come. It is. How did Terraria go? Yeah, that's pretty much what you want to go for. It's nice to see somebody giving it their all, isn't it? I leveled up any thanks to this case. Don't kid yourself. The trial would have been a spectacle and a half had I not been by your side. You don't know that. For a lawyer who's versed in psychology, you're too full of weak points. You need to learn to analyze yourself more objectively. Or you could just teach me your famous mind tricks, Simon. Yep, even the big ones. Way to shut someone down, and why not? Because the more pesky lawyers there are, the harder my job becomes. It's in my best interest for you to remain green forever. Hey, what about what's in my best interest, huh? Besides, weren't you the one who had the wool pulled over your eyes by Wendo? Must you remind me? I have known Wendo would do time soba. Hey, speaking of time soba, I just thought of something funny. Oh, goody. I can't wait. Okay, here it is. In time soba, why didn't Mon number 9 get counted? Come on, do you know, Simon? How should I know? Because... Alright, we're done with this case. I'll be here all week. That I should have known. Come on, let's get sober or something and go home. Your treat? I'll treat you to 50% of the tab. And don't forget, you still owe me for that manju. Really, Simon? Wouldn't hurt for you to pay for me every once in a while, you know. Let's walking and start walking, Athena. Hey, wait for me. I still have a ways to go as a lawyer. But just like Mr. Wright, Apollo, and Simon before me, I'm going to get there someday. After all, I've inherited their passion for our courts and the law. In the fair, I can do this. That's the end of that case. But I think I'm going to start on the next one. I got a little time before I have to wrap up for the night.
It's time for a revolution!
No! Let go of me! That's far enough.
Who's there?
It is I, the Plumed Punisher, warrior of Neo Twilight Realm.
Good people of Khura'in, we can't allow things to go on like this. The Defense Culpability Act has done nothing but produce countless victims of wrongful convictions. The time to act is now, for we, the Defiant Dragons, have obtained the ultimate weapon, the Founder's Orb. And to the Garenian regime, make no mistake about it, I will personally dethrone you. A dragon never yields, nor will he rest until his revolution is complete.
So, yeah, I think things are about to get spicy over there in Khura'in. Yeah, I don't know if that was... Because I know Maya had mentioned pitching the idea of making... well, no, let's see. I think there already was a Plumed Punisher TV show. So it was probably... She was pitching the idea of a crossover with the Steel Samurai, which I guess they haven't implemented yet. But I think that was just from... The original thing was just... They mentioned in one of the previous cases that there's basically a TV show. So it's probably just an episode of that. Which, of course, the rebels are the bad guys in the TV show. Because it's produced by the state. This concludes our report on the recent television hijacking incident in Khura'in. But really, who could have anticipated such a surprising turn of events? Did you hear that, Polly? Someone hijacked the airwaves over there. Also, how is it that, like, okay, so we learned that Apollo has history in this place. Why has he not mentioned it, like, at all in the previous few cases? Like, But yeah, also Trushi's back. She was in one of the previous cases too. So if you go back and watch the second case, she featured in that one. Yeah, I guess it's possible he just didn't want to bring it up, but like, given that Phoenix is like been directly involved in this sort of thing twice now. Like, if might have been, well, I mean, they're gonna have to talk about it at some point because now Phoenix knows what's going on. Did you hear that, Polly? Someone hijacked the airwaves over there. It's like something out of a movie. Apollo? Yeah. Dirk, what are you up to this time? Wait a second. Do you know the TV hijacker or something, Apollo? You could say that. It was a long time ago. And why do you know someone like that? I mean, they're calling him an insurgent. Yeah, about that. Hey now, is that any way to talk about the man who raised you? Huh? Hey there, Apollo. Long time no see. How have you been, son? Well then. I wasn't expecting him to actually be here in the office. That guy was on TV. Guilty as charged. Surprised to see me, Apollo? I just beamed in from Kurain, and boy are my arms tired. This can't be happening. Yeah. So yeah, that was something that came up in the third chapter, but what is he doing here? Although I guess, okay. So one of the things that I was wondering was, why the hell did they call in Sadmati for the last case? Because it didn't seem to really have anything to do with him. And I mean, I get that Edgeworth is a little short on prosecutors, but like, really? But I wonder if he was also here because of this guy. That might actually make more sense. Anyway, must be dreaming or hallucinating or both. No, you're not, Apollo. It's that TV hijacker / insurgent in the flesh. I'm so confused. Mr. Hijacker, sir, I have so many questions, I don't even know where to begin. Well, let's start with that bit about the man who raised you. Wait, don't tell me you haven't told anyone about me, son. It's okay to brag about it. Tell everyone your old man's me, the Rebel Dirk. I mean, my face is all over TV these days. I'm practically a celebrity. Trucy, what do you say we close up early today? What? Why? Aw, come on, son. No need for the cold shoulder. I know I'm going to regret this, but... What do you want, Dirk? You just show up here without warning after all this time. What gives? Came all the way to see you, son. Come, rejoice. Right. Why don't you tell me the real reason you're here? Well, okay, so maybe there's a little something I need your help with, too, but... Fact is, I came here to see you. That's the honest truth. Yes, I think we've established that. Figures. I haven't seen him in 10+ years, and he's already asking for a favor. Really is a rebel in the purest sense. He just does whatever he pleases. Come on, Polly. I need details. Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, hold your horses. First, I've got a few questions of my own. Pleased to meet you, little lady. My name is Dirks. Well, of course he would have that name, because the other one is his actual son. Yeah. The first couple of times she did it, I was confused, because I was like, is there a parrot around here somewhere? But then I put 2 and 2 together, and I was like, oh, right. But yeah, of course his name would be Dirk Sadmati. I'm a rebel by trade. A rebel? On TV, they were calling you an insurgent. So which is it? Personally, I vote for rebel with a cause. A real headache for anyone in your way. Trucy. Got me there. I'm the head of a resistance group. The Defiant Dragons. We're like the good, the bad, and the ugly, but without the good part. In Kurain, I'm like the bogeyman, a tall tale parents use to spook their kids straight. Too bad. You seem like you'd be a fun, cool guy to hang out with. This little lady's a real catch, son. Talking bride material. So... You know, there's one other thing I was wondering if they were going to address in this game, because they didn't in a previous game. Yeah, so Phoenix still... I don't think Phoenix has yet to tell either of them. Which I was kind of like, dude, it's been a couple of years now. You need to tell them. You should have told them a while ago. Like, what the hell, dude? Also, there's also that, although he probably doesn't know how old she is. But yeah, that's also kind of like... What? Oh, stop it. Embarrassing me. Damn. Anyways, someone plucked me out of my Yeah, seriously. Let that man erase your business. Mr. Dirk mean when he said that he's the man who raised you, Apollo. Truth is, I grew up in the kingdom of Kurain. Did I, never mention... No, you didn't! Wait, are you saying you're not from around here, Polly? No, it's just I was raised in Kurain when I was really little. Still, that's a shocker. It's like I hardly know... Yeah, it is like we hardly know anything about you, because you never talk about it. Apollo, you really haven't said a word about your past, have you? What, that I was raised by a wanted criminal? It's like a bad joke. It does sound rather melodramatic. I doubt anyone would even believe you. You two haven't seen each other in a while, huh? You could say that. I wager it's been at least 10 years. Wow. That's a really long time. Yeah, well, figured he'd forgotten about me. Not a chance. It's just, well... Starting a revolution takes time, and keeping it going even more so. And being a wanted man, I couldn't just hop on a plane to come say hello. I get it. It's fine, though, truth be told. It's weird having Dirk suddenly show up acting all paternal. Even almost forgotten about Kurain. No, that's not true. I probably tried to forget about it on purpose. Now then, Mr. Dirk, what is it we can help you with? Let me get my hands on the Founder's Orb, the most sacred treasure. Didn't he say he already had this? It's where This guy. Founder's Orb. Wait, didn't you say you already have it in that broadcast of yours? Don't go believing everything you see on TV, little lady. No one's seen hide nor hair of the Founder's Orb for some time. But no way. So that was just a bluff. What are you going to do if you don't find it? I don't know. I guess that just means we have to find it, son. Because I can't really back down now, can I? Different year, same old Dirk. It's all coming back to me now. You know, I'm starting to see why, I'm starting to understand why Apollo didn't mention this guy a whole lot. Hold on. I think I read something about this in the newspaper a while back. Something about you guys stealing a sacred treasure from a temple's treasure room? Yeah, that was the first case that Phoenix got involved in there. As soon as he stepped off the plane, practically. It's a load of crock. We didn't lay a finger on the orb. Really? Yes, baseless allegations, all of it. Our enemy has really found a way to keep us on our toes. Ooh, so it's like a setup. That's the long and short of it. However, my compatriot has been hot on the orb's trail. And just the other day, his hard work finally paid off. We now know the Founder's Orb is in Khura'in. What? Khura'in Village. Yes, I hear there are spirit mediums there. They even have direct relations with Khura'in. Spirit mediums, right. Some doctor of archaeology there supposedly has the orb. His name is... Oh, because he's an archaeology buff. My Defagan compatriot has already made contact with him. Apparently, someone asked the doctor to study the orb. So whoever asked him to do that is the real thief. Most likely. Yeah, of course. It would... You think this guy will just hand the orb over to you? My compatriot, Datz, says Dr. Buff has already promised to do so. Seems he knew it had been stolen and wanted to do the right thing. See, Datz is living up to his Lupin III appearance. I was running around with him when I was a kid. So he's here too, huh? Apollo, I want you to be present as my lawyer when I take possession of the orb. What? Did you do that for me? You know what? No. This sounds like a terrible idea to get caught up in. I haven't seen you in years, and you waltz in here asking for a favor. A lot of nerve, you know. Of course we'll help. Thank you, Jersey. I had a feeling we probably wouldn't get a choice. But I felt like that one... I felt like Apollo had every right to say no on that one. Wait, Trucy. Yeah, most of the time... There are very few times where you actually have a choice in these games. Oh, come on, it's not like you have any work anyway. Besides, we're talking about rebels and legendary treasure here. It'll be fun, and possibly illegal. She's always into the things I'm not. Fine, but I'll charge my standard fee. Now tell me about the Founder's Orb. If I remember correctly, the Founder is always depicted as a faceless spirit medium. What do you mean, faceless? Which is the Founder, the Holy Mother of Khura'in, never show her face. To depict it is to commit the greatest taboo in Khura'inism. And actually, when I first saw that, I was like, okay, it's like a religious thing. I get the feeling that's actually going to be important at one point. Greatest taboo, huh? I wonder why. I mean, what could she have looked like to make them hide her face like that? I think it's actually the fact that you don't know what her face looks like is the important thing. But we'll see. So the Founder's Orb was discovered during an excavation 8 years ago, and has an interesting legend that goes along with it. It said that there's a riddle to the orb, and that any who can solve it... Yeah. Will receive immense spiritual power from the Founder herself. Sounds like one big fairy tale to me. In any case, it's just what us defiant dragons need to get our revolution started. With it, we can gain the spiritual power and thus the legal authority to rule Khura'in. Wait, suppose I believe this legend, then anyone could become king or queen? And that's why you think it'll help you overthrow the Garan regime? And the rulers of Khura'in have ever laid eyes on the Orb, Apollo. A legendary treasure that bestows immense spiritual power. Doesn't that sound like something you want to see with your own 2 eyes? So wait. This is something that could potentially overthrow an entire kingdom, and there's just like this archaeologist guy just hanging out in the village? That seems highly insecure. That sounds just a tiny bit intriguing. Should just about cover everything. Any other questions? Not right now. I almost forgot. Brought you a present. Eat up, son. Sushi? Figured you probably couldn't afford 3 square meals a day, so... Yay! I was just thinking it was time for lunch. Dig in too, little lady. After all, practically... If only you knew, buddy. Salmon sushi's got my name on it, don't you? You hungry, son? This is some of the best sushi you'll ever have. I'm good. Oh, well, okay then. Actually, I have one more present for you. Yeah, although technically that wouldn't be the case, since he didn't adopt her, only Apollo. Since her parents didn't die until much later. Actually, their mom is still alive, so really it's just her dad's that... Like, yeah, actually both of their... Yeah, whatever. Actually, I have one more present for you. Here. What's this? Picture of your father. It's been 23 years since he passed away. Oh, so this is his actual dad. This is my father? His name was Jove Justice. Jove. I haven't talked to you about your real father in some time, but as you know, he was a musician, wandering minstrel, if you will, a talented one at that. Why are you giving this to me now? I thought it was sad you didn't know what your old man looked like. Searched high and low to find that one picture. What's wrong, Apollo? Don't you want it? I don't know. I mean, it's not like I ever met the guy. Well, I went through all the trouble of finding it, so go on, take it. Don't ever let it go, you hear? Well, now that our bellies are full, what do we say we hit the road? 1 second. Hey, Trucy, any idea where Athena is? She left early this morning to pick up Daddy from the airport. Oh, I almost forgot. Mr. Wright is coming back today. Yeah, but I wonder why he cut his trip short like that. Anyway, shouldn't he have been back by now? Oh. Yeah, nice catch. I wouldn't have realized that. It's a good one. Athena, she probably got lost. Oh, there's no point sitting around here waiting. Let's get going. Can't wait to see that super mysterious treasure. To Crane Village, then. Founder's Orb awaits. You know, something tells me they're actually going to want to talk to Phoenix, but they're not going to get to in time, so, you know. I almost kind of don't want to, but... What's that? It's my attorney's badge. I can relate. Used to want to show mine off, too. But don't ever show it to anyone in Kurain. They'll run you right out of town the moment they find out you're a lawyer. I went for Mr. Wright. Knowing him, he probably flashed his left and right. Maybe. Alright, let's just go. Oh, this is preserved remarkably well from when this was just a background, a 2D image. This is Kurain, the mystical village of spirit channeling. Where ancient traditions come alive. It's like a really peaceful place. I love the air here. Nothing beats the mountains, huh, Apollo? But think of it. I used to live way up in the mountains too, just like this. Sure brings back memories. Those were the days, the three of us living happily in peace. I still can't wrap my mind around it all, you know? Mr. Dirk is not only Polly's daddy, but Prosecutor Submati's as well. The way you two talked about it like it was nothing, the whole bus ride here. Guess it is a lot to take in. So tell me, Mr. Dirk, what was Apollo like as a kid? Oh, he was full of piss and vinegar, he was. Real rascal. He and Nayuta used to run around in the open fields, naked as... Got... Okay, let's not show that off, please. Two of them would end up with leeches on their butts and cry like babies. Haha. Dirk, don't you think you've said enough? Ah, you're no fun. Yeah, I wanted to hear more about the misadventures of Polly. Hey, what are you people doing here? Emma? You know this lady, son? Yeah, this is Emma Skye. She's a detective. So I guess that was the other thing I was wondering about, because she had been traveling with Nayuta, but she didn't show up for the investigation in the last case. So what was she doing? Technically speaking, I'm a forensics expert, but I'll let it slide. Anyway, can't say I'm surprised to see you here. You always seem to pop up whenever there's trouble afoot. Still, what are the odds of running into you here in the boonies? By trouble, you mean you're investigating a case? Does it look like I'm here to sightsee? Wait, don't tell me. You're not here to see Dr. Buff, are you? Huh? How'd you know that? We're actually on our way to meet with him right now. And he's dead. Follow me. I'll show you the way. Really? Look a gift horse in the mouth, son. Just follow the nice lady. Wait, we can ask him for ideas? That's trends in electronic communications. This country's infrastructure is really advanced compared to Korean. Why don't you see the sights once you have the orb? Well, I guess I could use a break. How about you show me around? Oh, I'll probably be busy with work, so, I see. What are you talking about, Polly? Your only work right now is cleaning the office. Definitely strained relationship here. Oh, there's Orb should be the doctor right now. What do you say we go take a gander? How much you want to bet it's not there anymore? Cross that bridge when we come to it in a couple of minutes. If I leave empty-handed, at least I got to see you, son. Oh, haha. Thanks? No, I really mean it. Actually, wait a minute. If he has anything to say about this stuff. There's a big boulder towering into the sky over there. According to the sign, it's called the Kurain Boulder. So it says the spirit dwells within it. A rock with a spirit in it. It's called animism, the belief that spirits dwell within inanimate objects. They probably enshrine this boulder as a sacred object. The tradition of worshipping such objects is similar to our tradition here in Kurain. Interesting. New dirt could make sense every once in a while. A phone booth and a bus stop made of wood. They both look really old. I think this is the phone booth that there's a case in the second game. Phoenix has to use this phone booth. So it's just kind of funny. That's like the reason why I'm remembering this, like this background being preserved. Hardly ever see phone booths in the city anymore. Apollo, what's this glass box for? Guess you rarely see them in Kurain too. I don't think the birds were here. In the background. Thatched roof. First time I've ever seen one in real life. Looks just like the traditional thatched roofs they use in Japan. All we need now are some samurai with top knots, a few ninjas, and a cuddly mascot. When was the last time you were in Japan? Not particularly interesting. Seeing those mountains really takes me back. I remember we used to live high in the mountains to escape from the government. So, you don't live there anymore? Nope. Needed a more convenient place to lead the revolution from. That old mountain hut is still there. Man, I miss that hut. What, getting homesick, Apollo? You can come on back to Kurain any time, you know. No, I'm fine. Besides, got a lot on my plate here. Phew. Chalk outline, chalk outline. This is Dr. Buff's study. Wow, look at all those books. Shelves go from floor to ceiling. It's like a library in here. Yes, and lots of artifacts too. True archaeologist's paradise. Look, son, there's so many relics, they're spilling onto the floor. It's a delightfully amusing room. Yep. All I see is a mess. With the... Really, Apollo? Come on, man. Emma, where's the doc... Oh, the thing is, he died last night. Wait, what? Seems an avalanche of books knocked him off his bookshelf ladder. We're labeling it an accidental death. What? Please tell me you're joking. As if I'd come all the way out here for a few laughs, Apollo. Yeah, I guess not. A scholar killed by his own books? Oh man, what do we do now? I mean, how can he transfer ownership of the orb to you if he's dead? Yes, that is a problem. Emma, can you please tell us exactly what happened? So the doctor died in an accident. Received a call this morning saying Dr. Buff had been found dead under a pile of books. This morning? Talk about bad timing. He mentioned that he had fallen off a ladder. Right, I believe he fell from the top of that big ladder there. Apparently, he triggered an avalanche of books while fumbling to reach one. And that sent him headlong in a fatal fall onto the hard floor. How sad, killed by his own books. But at least he was doing something he loved. For a scholar, I suppose it's kind of like a soldier being killed in the line of duty. You could say he died an honorable death. Emma, who was the first one to discover the body? About that. Whoever it was, it seems they wanted to remain anonymous. What? Happens now and then. Some people would rather not get involved with the police. Yeah, one way to look at it. I can relate to that. Yeah, being a wanted man and all. What now, Dirk? Dead man can't exactly hand over the orb. We'll just have to find it. Must be around here somewhere. Just to fill you in, Emma, we're actually here to get something. Pops here had an agreement with the doctor. The doctor was supposed to hand over a sacred relic known as the Founder's Orb. But Pops? Oh, I see. That could be a problem, considering he's dead. You have a plan B? I have an agreement in writing. My compatriot Dats should have it. Well, there shouldn't be any problems then. So, who is this gentleman you're escorting? Oh, right. I haven't introduced you yet. This is Dirk. He's from the kingdom of Kurain. All the way from Kurain, huh? So, what do you do there? I used to practice law, but I'm taking a break from all that. Focus now on making Kurain a better place through volunteer work. Volunteer work, huh? Oh, interesting. Well, it's not technically a lie. So how did you two know each other? No, he's sort of my foster father. Come again? Yeah, he's Prosecutor Samadhi's real father, too. What? You mean you and Prosecutor Samadhi? I'm so sorry. It seems you've had quite a life. Guess she's put a few things together. Yeah, volunteer work. I wonder how much the prosecutor has told Emma at this point, because they've... just to give you a bit of backstory, she ended up going back to Kurain for a bit with him to help. Basically, he was impressed with her forensics work, and so she ended up doing some investigations for another case, the third case, but I guess they've both since come back to the States. So, yeah, she actually could know a fair bit about the situation at this point, which will be interesting. Actually, Dirk, you look kind of familiar. Have we met before? Oh no. Yeah, like, given... This could become interesting. Not that I recall. Great, she must have seen that news report on TV. It'll really complicate things if she figures out he's a wanted man. Is she the type of person who might turn him in? Maybe? Then again, I'm not sure... I'm not sure what I'm not sure what international relations are right now between the two countries, so... But... I think she would definitely be conflicted over it, because, you know, she's also friends with Apollo and especially Phoenix. But she's also a forensics investigator for the police department. That could be kind of interesting to get her thoughts on this, but I don't know if we'll actually get to see it. There are lots of guys who look like him. Sure you're not mistaking him for someone else? Are there... Really? I mean, a middle-aged man with long hair and an eye patch? You don't see that every day. Well, I'm sure you're just imagining things. So what does that sacred relic you're searching for look like? I mean, there's lots of stuff in here that's old and relic-y. Indeed. Unfortunately, I have no idea what it actually looks like. So then, how are we supposed to find it? That I do not know either. We'll just have to go through each candidate, one by one. Great plan of attack there, Dirk. Well, Emma, do you mind if we give this room a once-over? I guess not. But in exchange, you're going to help me with my investigation. Sure, can't hurt. Ooh, I can't wait to get started. It'll be like hunting for buried treasure. Of course. Turing's badge. Huh. What, that normally gets a better reaction from you. Tired of collecting your fingerprints. It's kind of lost its luster. Yeah, but who knows? There could be other people's prints on it. That's true. Hand it over, buddy. Ah. The prints I found were yours. It's all dusty now. Okay, that was pretty funny. Scientifically speaking, ancient relics are highly fascinating. Why is that? Because of all the tests I can run. CT scans, electron microscopy, chemical analysis. The list goes on and on. If you ever do find one, you better bring it to me straight away. Can I count on getting it back intact? We'll see. Scientific advances don't come without sacrifices, you know. I know someone who won't be seeing the orb anytime soon. Yeah. You probably won't know about this. You sure like to shove things in people's faces, don't you? How about you? You're always dusting around for prints. That's my job. Well, it's not like I'm presenting evidence for the fun of... Actually, we kind of are. Really? Because it sure seems like you enjoyed Apollo. Right back at you, Emma. Alright, let's take a look around a bit. Well, that looks like an orb. Probably not it, though. The doctor fell from the top of that ladder. Oh. That height, to fall onto a hard surface would probably kill anyone. I don't know why anyone would want to climb that high in the first place. I guess you could say he climbed it all the way to... Drusy. A pair of glasses on this little pyramid here belong to the doctor. Scientifically speaking, they appear to be your ordinary run-of-the-mill glasses. I guess they don't pique her interest, scientifically speaking. PC is password protected. Drusy, you think your magic can do something about this? I don't think you can overwrite a password. Now, a locked desk, that I could get into. Like yours back at the office, Polly. Yikes, you better watch what I put in there. Yeah, it's not the kind of thing I'd want to do. It is, I can be a bit clumsy at times. I would not want to put my trust in being able to keep my balance that high up. Well, you put weird stuff in your desk? Stuff you don't want anyone to see? Jeez, are you a mind reader too? No, but unlocking your thoughts is a cinch. Ugh. It's a lab coat? Two-tone raincoat. Still a bit damp. I think someone might have worn it recently. A few pairs of shoes here. Guess there must be an entrance on this floor too. Yeah, there's a back door over that way, but it's usually locked from what I can tell. The visitor's entrance is up that spiral staircase. That's the way we came in. Okay. Animal drawings on the floor look like those famous geoglyph things. Remind me of the chalk outlines detectives draw around bodies. The doctor says just join them. Now that's what I call dedication to one's field. I don't think it was on purpose. This is where Dr. Buff died. Poor man, fell right on his head and probably died almost instantly. See the blood on the book there. What's that dark stain? Appears to be coffee. It's still damp, so it must have gotten on there recently, perhaps even last night. That's a mighty big window he's next to, big enough for someone to see inside. Exactly, that's how the local resident reported his death found him to begin with. The doctor's body was visible from outside the window. Passerby called in earlier this morning to report what they found. Really? I thought he was on the second floor. How would they have seen him from ground level, unless they were, like, in the tree? Yeah, like, you can see out the window. That's not at ground level. This case is still only a few hours old. It explains why your investigation is just getting underway. Curiouser and curiouser. Huge window. Bet you can see the entire study from the outside. Although from this angle it does kind of look more like it's at ground level, but that might just be the way it's... that might be further in the distance. Pretty concentrated here. I feel so exposed. Well, he does have a bookshelf positioned for some privacy around his desk. Is this a bird? Looks like an airplane to me. No, there couldn't have been any planes back when this was made. Yes, but it has wings and both horizontal and vertical stabilizers. That makes it an airplane. No, it's definitely a bird. Open your eyes, son. As a lawyer, your job is to see the true nature of things. Still say it's a bird. Some sort of machinery inside this clay figure. Whoa, it's moving. Exterminate, exterminate. Destroy all targets. Do I even want to know what this thing is for? I guess the giant mollusk doesn't count as something different. Okay, I think that's everything from this angle. Oh, no. Brown stain on the scroll. Why does it smell like gravy? Why would there be a gravy stain on it? Huh. Looks like it's meant to be there. Maybe the artist is trying to inspire a gravy new trend, food splatter art. Pun wounded me gravely, Dirk. Actually, oh, yeah, I know what that is. That's also a reference to a previous case. Okay, so it's just this side of the room and then this side of the room. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's from a case in the third game. So I think that's just a fun little Easter egg. Actually, this was also in a previous case. No, actually, so is the Khura'in Village has been the site of more than a few cases, but also some other things that would have happened. Like a wooden statue. It's pretty old, too. Imagine this great archaeological value. Maybe too great for a private researcher of Dr. Buff's caliber. So we're assuming that accidental death is going to turn out to be a murder, and you're just looking for something suspicious. Yeah, that's also what I'm assuming. There's no way this guy accidentally dies while in possession of something that could overthrow a country. I wonder how he got his hands on something like this. I mean, this is probably part of the village's... You know what? Whatever. This jar has definitely seen its share of cases. There's someone's name written on here. Maybe it's so if it ever got lost, someone could return it to its owner. You know, like how school kids put their names on things. Yeah, but this is just an urn. The name is written so big. Well, I wrote my name on my... It says right in super big letters. The less said about this, the better. But yeah, it's also kind of funny because these are things from games that before... They were games from the original trilogy, so Apollo just like, I don't know what any of this stuff is. Coffee maker and a bunch of coffee cups. Must have taken his coffee breaks here. Oh, it's a filter with old coffee grounds in here. I guess I'd better clean this up. What are you doing there, son? What am I doing cleaning this office? Don't tell me they have you on coffee duty back at your office. No, it's just if I don't keep the place clean, no one will. Okay, so, yeah, the coffee filter stuff, but I was clicking on this, like, tiny Godzilla here. Hello, what's this? One of the doctor's notebooks. Maybe there's something about the orb in there. Motif from Khura'in founding period. It's a photo of the treasure box, the one from Temple's treasure room. The entire the butterfly was okay, that's the song. Although I think we only saw the first half of it. I don't think we've ever seen the second half before. Offers return. Why the founder bestows power known. Must be his research notes on the Founder's Orb. I thought Tiny Godzilla double V. Yeah, I was starting to wonder. I was like, does the coffee come out of his mouth? Like he grabbed his like spikes on his back as a handle? What's that on the right page? It looks like a poem or something. See. Oh, it's the song that's performed during the Dance of Devotion. It's been sung during the Kuraini's rites of offering since ancient times. I think I've heard of that. There's also a legend associated with the song. Some say the solution to the orb's riddle is contained therein. It's a song everyone in Kurain knows, not much a way to keep it secret. It's called hiding secrets in plain sight, Polly. Us magicians know all about that. Huh, that's strange. It is. Dr. Buff's notes contain the second half of the song. Only the first half is sung during the Dance of Devotion. Yeah, I was gonna say, most people haven't even heard the second half. The second half? Is in the part that begins, "Offer thy prayers"? I'm impressed. That's some thorough research he was conducting. Put that in the core, I heard. No, we've already seen these. A huge wall relief. Seems to depict a spirit channeling. Hey, the spirit medium looks like the Holy Mother of Kurain. Yeah, her face was left blank, but the rest is clearly detailed and well crafted. Do you know some researchers claim that the Holy Mother had 3 eyes? And that her third eye was able to divine the truth, just like the gods above? It's said to be her on her forehead. Like you said, you shouldn't believe everything you hear. Okay. It's a spiral staircase. It's connected to a hallway up there. Oh! Okay, so maybe this is like a lower exit then. Why do I have to place the second floor so high up? Wait. You're not afraid of heights, are you? Oh, well... Oh, Polly's hilarious around high places. It's all wobbly, like a baby deer taking its first steps. And his face turns as green as a watermelon. It's not nice to make fun of people's phobias, you know. Come to think of it, the visitor's entrance is on the second floor. What an odd layout for a house. Okay, so I guess it might be visible from outside then. First I was really confused about that, but I guess it might make sense. Locked suitcase. Is it the doctor's? No, someone left it here last night, so the doctor might have had a visitor, but how can you tell? That sticker there, you only see those on airport luggage, which means its owner is likely from overseas. Is there any way to figure out who it belongs to? Not unless we can open it to see what's inside. Guess not. That's because you're not me. Emma Skye, forensics expert extraordinaire. Try as you might, you won't find the word impossible in my forensics handbook. Is she okay, son? It's like she became an entirely different person. That's just what happens when her forensics switch gets flipped. With this, identifying the suitcase's owner will be easy as pie. That fingerprint powder? That's right, and there's no better time than the present to use it. Here we go! Remember how to do this, right? Apply the powder to where I think some prints might be, blow any excess off. Exactly. Well, have at it. Where would I expect to find prints in a suitcase? I mean, the obvious one would be... handle? Yes, I thought it would be. But maybe not. Okay, the next one would I guess be the buttons? Maybe these aren't the kind you press in. Oh. I see. Here we go. Oh, this is the handprint. So I thought maybe that was the thumb and the fingers on the other side, but I think, okay, yeah, here's the thumbprint. Need someone to handle a suitcase. Start by considering what you do with them. Oh, besides being wheeled or carried, they can be open and closed, so I should look for prints that would be left at those times. We tried the buttons. Maybe like here-ish? Hmm. Hello. No, never mind. I thought for sure they would be here, or on the buttons. It seems like that's not the case. When they put the luggage tags on. There we go. Got a pretty clear print here. You know who you think it could belong to? Who could it be? Have to be someone who would have paid Dr. Buff a visit. We're just gonna look at all of them, because why not? Okay, yeah, that's... I wonder if it was his. half a match. That's, come to think of it, he did stop by to see the doctor, didn't he? To include the orb transfer agreement. So he's the one who forgot his suitcase here. Where do you suppose he is now? Haven't heard from him in a while, and he's not answering his phone. Wait, you don't think he left his phone inside his suitcase, do you? I wouldn't put it past that knucklehead. Actually, I think we may have run into him earlier. Really? A suspicious man had been reported in the area. But when one of my officers approached to question him, he took off like a shot. What? Sorry about that. Kuraine's people aren't all like him. I swear. Well, he's probably still in the village somewhere. Maybe he knows something about the orb. Seems the orb isn't here. Means Dats might be our only lead at this point. Detective Sky said he might still be here in the village. We should try to find him. Search here, but never a stigma. Okay, so we didn't see everything then. Kind of wonder if that. Okay, yeah, these aren't for anything. All right. Welcome back. Murder has not been declared yet. Good day to you, citizens of Kurain Village. My name is Paul. That's really loud. Look, something's coming this way. Politician, savior of Kurain, has come to... Ah, it's you people. Apollo, what is that strange conveyance coming this way? Left, right, left, halt! It's one of those, what do you call those? Palanquins? Palanquins? I forget how you actually pronounce this thing. So, you finally left Dr. Buff's house. What were you doing there? What a bunch of shady-looking characters. And you aren't? So I take it you knew the doctor. What a foolish question. I've memorized the names and faces of the entire electorate here in Kurain. Yeah... After all, I am the man who's destined to be king of this fine nation someday. Nation? This is a village. Who are you? And what do you mean king? Ignorant fools, I am the politician. I'm a soon-to-be eminent politician, a man whose name will go down in history. You should be ashamed that you've never heard of me before. Alright, so this guy did it. I'm calling it now. Is he really that famous of a politician, Paulo? Not that I know of. I'm running for a seat on the local council right now. I guess even Jerk Q Public has to start somewhere. My election is a sure thing, I'm told. After all, my grandfather was a famous politician with untold influence. In short, I am the chosen one, the golden boy, the powerhouse of politics. And rider of his grandfather's coattails. Are you blinded by my majesty? Go ahead, bask in the resplendent glory that is me, the chosen one. Sure. Pleasant day to you, good people of Kurain. I am politician. It's time to reclaim the glory of Kurain together. Oh boy. Convenience store in every corner, a karaoke bar in every home. The vote for politician is a vote for a happier, hopier Kurain village. Turn off that infernal racket, you fool. You're a stain on your grandfather's good name. Thank you, good sir. Your support is appreciated, as always. I guess he's one of those people who only hears what they want to hear. In other words, he's a model politician. Where was I? Oh, right. You were in the doctor's house. So what in the world were you doing in there? Hmm? You know what? I think we're just gonna go. I think we'll have to talk to him. Switch you right around in when you're campaigning? That's right. It's perfect for the narrow roads and steep hills here in this village. It's a top speed of 5 miles per hour, but it suffers from serious reliability issues. Namely, these imbeciles tire out too quickly. Try harder next time, sir. Poor guys. They're exhausted and covered in sweat. The Attition family has been in politics for generations, even back in the old country. Really? Grandfather, Abetition? Abetition? Was a prominent member of Congress, and he was born right here in Kurain. There isn't a person here who hasn't heard of him. What I asked about was this palanquin. I must have heard of the Attitians. I'm even reviving our old country campaigning style. Oh, politics aren't really my thing. Trucy? I don't recall ever reading about them at school. Feh, young people today. People really need to pay more attention to politics. So what business do you people have at Dr. Buff's house? He's going to transfer... Apollo, maybe you shouldn't mention Ixnay on the Orbe. Apollo! Okay, they're sticking your foot in your mouth, and then they're swallowing your entire leg. Founder's Orb? So you tried to get your hands on it, did you? Wait, what do you know about the orb? I know that it's mine, that's what. How do you figure that? Because I know it's not the Founder's Orb. Its real name is the Crystal of Ami-Fe. Crystal of Ami-Fe? That's right, it's been passed down for generations in the Attitian family. What? Well, at least he's repaying us by telling us something. Although, I don't know if I believe him. Until it was stolen, that is. But just when I had zeroed in on the culprit. The doctor hid it away and then kicked the bucket. So you're saying Dr. Buff stole your family... I thought the family heirloom was in another country. That's not what Dirk said. Strange. I've been told the doctor himself said that he had the Founder's Orb. What's all that weird foreigner's doing? You fill the doctor's head with nonsense. Nonsense like the Crystal of Ami-Fe being the Founder's Orb. Weird foreigner? Could he mean... Is this the foreigner you're talking about?
Take that!
Yes, that's him. I thought so. Now I really have to find Dads. Do you know where this man is now? I imagine he's at the detention center by now. Called the authorities after I found him hiding in my dog's doghouse. What? Buffoon. Well, at least we know where he is now. Let's head over to the detention center and see what he knows about the Founder's Orb. So, you really are after my crystal. No, we're looking for the Founder's Orb, and we have an agreement to prove it. And just so you know, you're not going to lay a finger on it. It's mine. I intend to give it to my benefactor. Yeah, I suspect this guy is full of it. Or benefactor? Benefactors ready to support my rise to the pinnacle of the political world. They have immense influence here, you see, and I intend to harness that influence. You're just going to give your family heirloom away to this person. That's right, it's a purely political decision. In exchange, your patron will get the people of Kurain to vote for you. Eminent politicians are skilled at leveraging all of their connections. Isn't it illegal to buy votes? Well, good luck with that, I guess. You just wait. Politician will reign supreme someday. You know what? I'm not gonna show you my badge. Hey, buddy. Long time no see. Hey. Nice. What's he doing under the desk? Foul cogs of the corrupt regime. I've got nothing to say to you. Yeah. He sure is. It's me, Dirk. Oh. Dirk, you're a sight for sore eyes. I knew you'd come save me. Oh, this is another fine mess you've gotten yourself into. My bad. At least the grub here is pretty good compared to that prison back home. You get 3 squares plus a place to sleep. Why don't you join me, Dirk? No thanks. They'd just send me back to Kurain where I'd face immediate execution. Yeah, I guess that wouldn't be such a good idea. Looks like he's still the same, too. Long time no see, Dats. Huh? Hey, you look kind of familiar. Apollo? Is it really you, my boy? A to the J, all grown up and whatnot. How have you been? What was this guy? Okay, so he's Dirk's age. Fine, and you, Dats? You look good besides the incarceration and all. Those horns, AJ. Yeah, he's not well liked back in his home country. Let's put it that way. Horns? They've grown up with you, just like a stag's antlers. You can't take it. You really haven't changed a bit. Anyway, there's something we needed to talk to you about. Sure, pull up a chair. I've got all the time in the world. The Slammer's like my second home. It's really not so bad once you get used to it. He's rather laid back for someone in police custody. What have you done now, Dats? Nothing. I'm innocent, I tell ya. All started when this dog-faced cop tried to question me. He looked so funny I started laughing at him. That's when they came after me. It was hilarious, I tell you. I mean, a human police dog? How funny is that? Right, so what happened after that? They caught me hiding in a doghouse. Dang pooch ratted me out. I guess that's what I get for laughing at one of his doggy comrades. The dog's got the last laugh. Okay. So when I put the title for this stream, I was referring to the previous case, which had a lot of silly humor in it. I didn't think this would turn up here, but I'll take it. Dats, weren't you cleared of those jailbreak charges? And your capture by Lady Kira deemed unlawful? Yeah, but the cops here don't seem to like me anyway. What are the charges this time? Unauthorized entry or something like that. They think I'm an illegal alien. And I can't prove otherwise because I lost my passport. Is there any way they'd let you go? Not without my passport. If only I had it. Dirk, AJ, gotta find my passport. Alright, we'll find it. One more thing to add to our to-do list. I wonder if it's in his suitcase. Have a good night, Tormuse. Now, what might Dad's passport be? Cough, cough, cough. No, we don't have the suitcase in evidence. That's what the doctor had really the Founder's Orb? Absolutely positively. The doc was sure of it. Really? because someone from the village is calling it the Crystal of Ami Fe. Also claims you were filling the doctor's head with lies. That ain't true. The doc said he was sure it was the real deal. All this fancy research confirmed it was the Founder's orb. So then that politician character was lying? Imagine that, a politician who lies. I bet he wants the orb all to himself. I wonder who's telling the truth. Well, take a look at this. Proves the doc believed he had the Founder's orb. Let me see that. Free to hand over the Founder's orb to the Defiant Dragons if I will come to no harm. Well, there may be a slight problem with this transfer agreement. See, I got it all down in writing. But Dats, why does it say, if I will come to no harm at the end here? Sounds like he was scared of you. Dats, did you threaten the doctor in any way? No, you got it all wrong. It was the doc's friend. He told the old man us rebels were dangerous. It's his fault the doc thought I might hurt him. Sounds like the work of that politician has really made a mess of things. Oh, about the orb's whereabouts. Maybe the doc's kid knows something. Doctor has a kid? Yeah, a bit of a shut-in though. Poor thing's own bedroom has become like a self-imposed prison. A shut-in? Sounds like it will be a challenge just to get a conversation going. Time for your questioning. Follow me. Must be lunchtime. Today's fried chicken, if I'm not mistaken. You'll get your lunch if you behave yourself. There, AJ, I'll see you guys around. Only lead now is Dr. Buff's kid. Learning a shut-in out is not going to be easy, I know. Well... Oh, it's you again. Looking for Mr. Wright? He was just here a second ago. He was? What was Daddy doing here? Good question. Said he was looking for something. Did he say anything else? Let me think. Something about how his ride never showed up at the airport. Yes, that was it. I guess Athena really did get lost. What's Daddy doing all the way out here in the first place? Can't be looking for us since no one told him we'd be here. Well, if you're here to take another look around, be my guest. I have other work to do, so if you'll excuse me. Of course, thanks, Emma. First and foremost, better find Dats' passport. Should also have a word with Dr. Buff's child. Hey, is it just me, or is there something new in here? Oh, you mean that thing? Yeah, we should take a closer look at it, too. Let's not forget about Dats' passport. It should be around here somewhere. Okay, well, here's the obvious. What's this? A model helicopter? Don't you know anything, Apollo? It's a drone. They're all the rage right now. Bet it belongs to the doctor's kid. We need to ask them about the orb's whereabouts. Yeah, but luring out a shut-in isn't going to be easy. Okay, maybe we could take it and bring it back to them? Maybe not. That's his suitcase. Maybe his passport's in there. It's no good. It's locked tight. Should have asked him for the key. What can I do about Dats' passport? It's probably right there inside his suitcase if we can't get it open. Well, I'd take it over to Dats so he can unlock it. That way, you guys can continue looking for the orb. Good thinking, Trucy. Okay, here I go. Gonna call it now. Something bad is about to happen to Trucy. Because that suitcase is going to have something else really important in it. Anyways. What the? This thing weighs a ton. Let me try. Jeez, how can a suitcase be so heavy? Is it filled with bricks or something? Knowing Dats, he probably packed his dumbbells in there. Certainly much too heavy to lug all the way to the detention center. Here, let me take a crack at that lock. What, are you going to pick it? Oh. There you go. That was fast. A lock like that is child's play to me. Especially after all the wrongly imprisoned compatriots I've busted out over the years. Sure seen a lot of action for an ex-lawyer. And here we go. Dad's passport. I'll take it over to him. Thanks, Trucy. No problem. Now you guys enjoy some quality father-son treasure hunting time, okay? See you later. There she goes. Wish she wouldn't make such a big deal out of our little family situation. Father-son time, eh? Been ages since we've had a father-son talk, huh, son? Yeah, well, over a decade. So, Apollo, how have you been? Oh, fine? I'm fine, I guess? Is that so? Fine, you say? Well, fine is fine by me. Good to hear. Okay. So, what do we talk about? Oh. Get down. The dirt, son. Huh? What the? Ah! Ah. Oof. Speak to me, son. Say something. Oh, that's smarts. Maggots, what do you think you're doing invading fuck airspace? It'll be a scorching day in Siberia before you get past me, you yellow-bellied yahoos. Whoa. Can talk? What kind of drone is this? Ah! Drone nothing. That's Sergeant Buff to you, soldier. Got that, you lowly grunts? What the who now? Buff? Sounds like the doctor's son is behind the controls. He's controlling this thing? Apollo, let's play along for now. At least until we can get the information we need out of him. Got it. Sergeant Buff? Sergeant Buff, sir. I forgot to say sir. Ain't you never seen a war movie before? Alright, well, let me try that again. Sergeant Buff, sir. Better. Much better. Now, state your name, unit and rank, soldier. Oh, I'm Apollo Justice. I serve with the Right Anything Agency. And my rank is fledgling lawyer, sir? Affirmative. Private, Justice. Private? Listen up, diaper baby. Your commanding officer's orders are absolute. Disobedience means a one-way trip to the firing squad. Do I make myself clear? Oh, sir. Yes, sir. Good, good. We might make a man out of you yet, Private. Now for you, Cyclops. Oh, you want my name, unit, and rank, too? I'm Dirk Sadmati. Command the rebel group, the Defiant Dragons, and my rank is, leader, sir. Excellent. Welcome aboard, Commandeer Dirk. Wait a second. What's with that ridiculous mop you call a head? Soldiers should be clean-cut. Sorry, but this is my signature look. I'm not going to... Whoa. Fine, fine. I'll get a haircut before we ship out. Listen up to you. It's kill or be killed out on that battlefield. No place for leave-in conditioners. All you've got is your life, and you're lucky to have that. It's oddly obsessed with field survival for someone who never goes outdoors. This is going to be harder than I thought, son. I'm gonna catch you stepping out of line again. Guess I better play along and ask what he wants. Are you controlling that drone from your room, sir? Affirmative. I can see everything you do from here, so... Chin hut, soldier. Wipe that stupid look off your face. I'm going to whip you sheltered peaceniks into shape. With what? Your charming personality? Look, it's got a camera and speakers, too. And that's not all, Commandeer. With these arms, I can cook and clean, too. Speaking of which, Private Justice, you're on latrine duty. Snap to it on the double. Hello. Whoa, whoa, come on. Hey, here. I'm just gonna ignore you then. As if I don't see enough of the toilet back at the office. For a second I thought it was going to add the broom to the court record, and I was going to find that pretty hilarious. That thing's pretty handy. Us defiant dragons could use one of those. Yes, it is a fine piece of hardware, isn't it? Hello. You're a cat. Yeah, I know. You want dinner. You get dinner soon. I modified it especially for siege defense. Siege defense? You mean how you won't leave your room? Following up with a stronghold to defend against an enemy is an age-old military tactic. Timeless strategy still applicable in modern warfare. Hope you're not trying to mock the wisdom of my forefathers. I meant no offense, it was just an observation. So the greenhorn, who ain't even discharged the firearms, got something to say, does he? Sorry, it won't happen again, sir. Darn tootin'. Now state your intentions, soldier. We had an agreement with your father. He had promised to hand over the Founders Orb to us. What? Papa promised you that? He did, but he died before he could tell us where it's hidden. Now we have no idea where it is. Oh. Papa? Why? Why'd you have to die? It's an unfortunate accident, and I'm sorry for your loss. If it helps at all, I know how you feel, sir. I do now. You insignificant maggot. What an unseasoned rookie like you know about how I feel. First I lost Mama, now I've lost Papa. Lost your mother too? She's been gone for some time now. I'm all alone now. All alone. So, I mean, this guy's... I mean, he's probably close to, like, Phoenix's age. Tell us a little bit more about what happened to your mother. Mama passed away about 6 months ago. We were still living in our apartment in the city. Back then, I had yet to engage my siege defense strategy. In other words, something caused him to withdraw from the world. It was arson. It happened so suddenly. Before we knew it, our apartment was a sea of flames. Mama and I were trapped inside. But help never came. So Mama cradled me in her arms, kicked out a window, and jumped. She did what? She was like a walking, talking Medal of Valor, my Mama was. She delivered me safely to terra firma with a perfectly executed PLF. It's a 5-point landing technique used by paratroopers to land safely on the ground. She sounds like a superhero or something. From that height, she suffered massive injuries in order to protect me. She died so that I could live. Ah, Mama. I don't know what to say. And the person who started the fire? He was immediately apprehended. They say he was standing outside laughing while the building burned. At least justice was served. I hope that brought you some solace. I've lost both my parents now. You can't possibly know how I feel. Poor kid. It's hard losing both your parents at such a young age. I feel like this guy is not a kid. Although I guess it's possible, but I mean, if his dad was in his 60s, he must really feel alone now. Hello. Imagine you know what he's going through. I do? Road to recovery begins by talking to someone who suffered the same hardship. I know you have something that shows you understand. Well, I guess we're gonna need this after all. Sergeant, sir, would you please take a look at this? What do we have here? It's a photo of my father. I wasn't even a year old when he died. In a fire. What? Unlike your mother, he died in an arsonist blaze. But in his final moments, he managed to save his infant son. Private justice. You suffered a loss just like me, a loss just like mine. I have, and that's why I know how you feel. But you still have your mother, don't you? No, I lost her too. What? She disappeared after the fire. I don't know if she's still alive or dead. Heck, I don't even know what she looks like. Wow. Sergeant Buff, his experience is very much like your own. If anyone can understand the sadness in your heart, it's him. Attention. Shut. I salute you, Comrade Justice. You're no longer a private in the Buff Army. Henceforth, you will be Corporal. Corporal? Congratulations on your promotion, Corporal Justice. I'm just glad it seemed to cheer him up a bit. Now, comrade, let's toast to your new stripes. Call me Sarge. Don't be shy. We're a band of brothers now. Now's our chance, Corporal. Ask him about the Founders Order. You're just getting way too much of a kick out of this. Yay, another broom. I wonder if it's gonna... Nope, still not gonna let us... Feeling that there's probably something else important inside that suitcase. The fact that we haven't been able to look at it. Sarge, sir. Do you have any idea where the orb might be? It was here in Papa's study until last night, but he said he was going to go hide it somewhere. He mentioned something about a shady character being after it. Where do you think he could have hidden it? Somewhere in the village, I'd guess. He said he'd found a suitable hiding place for it. So, it was here last night. That is, until he went out to hide it somewhere in the village. My question is where? Maybe he left some clue here in his study? Let's search the place again. Should also find out more about Dr. Buff. Might steer us towards the hiding place. So Sarge, what was your father like? Papa was as kind as Mama was courageous. His whole reason for moving to this countryside was for me. What do you mean? I initiated my siege defense strategy after Mama died. Papa was so worried about me, he moved us here to the countryside. He thought the fresh air, blue skies, and natural surroundings might alter my tactics. What a fine father. He even quit his position at the university to move here. He did? He did. Gave up his beloved research position just for me. A parent must be prepared to sacrifice everything for his child. That's what Papa said. Well, I'm feeling about 2 inches tall right now. There's no one in the world I respected more than him. That just makes his passing all the more devastating. Papa, may you continue your beloved research up there with the angels. Alright. Or do anything else. Suitcase. Full of survival gear and questionable souvenir. Okay. We already got his passport, so we can leave it be for now. Oh. Well then. Thought there might be more to it than that, but I guess not. This spring with Ami painted on it looks really old. I don't think it's going to provide any info we need. I mean, Ami Faye, maybe? No, not the robot, the slab. It's this thing's problem. It's an art, an out-of-place artifact. Papa won it in an online auction. He said it's an alien weapon that destroyed an entire ancient civilization. Where do we even start with an explanation like that? Your room upstairs, Sarge? Yes, it's the one at the end of the hall. What do you say you come out so we can enjoy a snack together? But I promise we won't bite. If you insist, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. No, wait. Dirk, you better apologize quick. I'm sorry for pushing. Very well. As long as you don't do it again, I'll let it slide this one time. Wonder if he knows the password. Dirk, you good at getting into places you're not supposed to? Look at me. I don't know the first thing about computers. Leave it me. Modern-day warrior must be well-versed in technology and have mean pride. I think I get that reference. After all, he who controls information controls the battlefield. And I'm in. Looks like modern-day warriors have mean keyboard skills, too. Okay, let's see what we can find. Oh, what's this? An email message. And mail. Dogbuff research report. Decipher the patterns, but I have yet to crack the riddle. The opaque crystal orb is the key. Huh. Patterns, but yet to crack the riddle. The opaque crystal orb is the key. I wonder if that's the Founder's Orb. It's a research report to whoever asked the doctor to study the orb. Plot 711 is. Here, I put the data on this. Take it and use it well, soldier. Sarge, sir, do you ever read these books? Why, of course. Soldiers must have extensive knowledge as well as fighting prowess. Learning all I can in each and every day in preparation for the big battle. Big battle? You know, for when I go back to school, I'll need to be up to date on every subject. Okay, maybe he is actually really young. I kind of assumed, based on, based on the fact that this guy's 64, that, like, the kid would be older than that, but I guess not? Stuff like, you know, the latest comics and Hollywood gossip. Oh, I see. No, reading, writing, and arithmetic. I'm rooting for you, Sarge. Thanks, I'll try my best. It's a bit wet, and there's fresh mud on it. Must mean someone wore it recently. Indeed, maybe in as recently as last night. Sarge, did it rain here last night? Negative. It wasn't a cloud in the sky. How did this raincoat get all muddy and wet? When I saw it last evening, it looked pretty clean and dry to me. It means it got like this later at night. This means you go somewhere wet and muddy. Can't extend it further though. Seems like there's anything else to examine. Please take a look at this. Ask you something, Corporal Justice. As that age you on the battlefield? Well, if you count the courtroom as a battlefield, it's a fairly useful weapon. Good answer. Military man must know his weapons inside and out. Keep up the good work, Corporal. I guess that's all he has to say about it. Looks like you can do everything by yourself. Indeed. You can even cook and build. Okay. No reason for you to leave your room, huh? There's still one gaping hole in my siege defense. Going to the bathroom. If nature calls, it's best not to fight it. Yes, all great tacticians will say never wage a battle you have no hope of winning. on a brave face, but he's still just a child. Honor Papa's heroic sacrifice. Let us march on, comrade, to victory. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Are you too seriously bent on waging war against that bookcase? Thought that might give more information in his room up there, but... Oh yeah, does he know anything about that book? No, nothing new there. Okay, so true she hasn't gotten here yet. Nothing to do here. Hello, Mr. Dirk. Just quality father-son time together. Poor child. How is he going to survive all on his own? It's not like he can go out and grocery shopping on his own. Should drop off some food later. That would only make it worse. We should be encouraging him to come out on his own. Once his food runs out, he'll have to leave the house if he wants to eat. I bet your old school siege tactics sound like you want to start him out. Talk about an awkward silence, no idea what to say. I got nothing. This is one of those contraptions for cutting people into pieces. How'd you know that, Mr. Dirk? Oh, it just so happens I've been in one of those myself. Really? You have? Yes, once when I was being held prisoner by Minister Inga's secret police. They tried to torture me into revealing one of my compatriots' hideouts. It's a torture device? This is a magic prop, Dirk. Yeah, I barely escaped that thing alive. Well, you have my respect as a magician for your death-defying spirit. Okay, I don't think this is it. Must be something I'm missing in that study. Justice, you shoulder a bitter past. You did quite a lot yourself. Corporal, if I may, well, it doesn't have to be that often, but would you mind coming over from time to time? Want me to visit you? Only if you want to, of course. Sure, I'll come by. I'll even bring along my coworkers, Sarge. Really? Hey, our band of brothers continues to grow in rank. Haha. Nice work, son. Glad to see you haven't changed one bit. What's that supposed to mean? I guess it's building this. What's that? It's my attorney's badge, sir. Like a medal? What act of valor earned you such an honor? Rescued my clients from those who were branded as guilty, sir. A heroic act indeed. Thank you for your kind words, sir. This whole sir thing is getting real old real quick. Alright, so I've shown him everything. I don't think there's anything else to examine. Oh wait, there's this. Shoes look like they belong to Sarge and his dad. His boots here are a little damp. And it looks like there's something inside this one. More than last night. Might lead us to where he hid the orb. Let's take a closer look. Might get a better look inside if we undo these straps. Question mark on the bottom of this boot. How Had those custom made for his archaeological fieldwork. Had the soul of an adventurer. Hoot had the soul of an adventurer too. Wah wah wah. Hello. Looks like some kind of glowing moss. Could have come from wherever the doctor went last night. Must have gotten in with some of that mud. Might be worth looking into. If it'll help us pinpoint where the doctor hit the orb. Something else I missed? Let's see. Oh, right. Is the doctor's? Yes, those are Papa's reading glasses. Said he's been having trouble reading lately. Those glasses seem to help. Reading glasses, eh? I'll just hold on to these. Dirk. Don't tell me you're having trouble reading, too. First thought. I just don't want to leave any stone unturned. Okay, let's go over what we've learned so far. What was that Dr. Buff went? He needed a raincoat. There's somewhere where this glowing moss grows. Any ideas where that might be, Sarge? Negative, comrade. I hate to say my intel's a little thin on this one. Been occupied with my siege defense strategy ever since we moved to the village. Well, son, it seems like we have no other choice. Have to ask the locals if they know of a place like that. Okay, now... Here we go. Like somebody's watching me, it's really creeping me out. Oh, it's just politicians' campaign posters. When did he put these up? Whatever. Got more important things to do to be paying attention to. Great weather. Really lift the spirits. I know. After our little treasure hunt, they say we go hunting, son. Hunting? We used to do that a lot, didn't we? Just look at that mountain. Bet there are some feisty wild boars up there. I think I'll pass, but thanks. Oh, so hunting's a no-go. Oh, well, I guess that wild boar stew will have to wait then. Hmm? Hello, something seems different from the last time we were here. Yeah. Wait. No, there's something else, actually. What is this? What do we have here? It's like an unfinished picture, like something a little kid might paint. You're right. I can't quite tell what it's of. I think it's supposed to be nighttime, but what's that thing on the left? A monster or some kind of alien? Dirk. Come on. In any case, it's a pretty poor excuse for a drawing. What'd you expect from a little kid? A little kid? Oh, Pearl. Oh, it's you, Pearl. Why, Mr. Apollo, is that you? What a pleasant surprise. It's been quite some time. How have you been? Fine, thanks. Feeling good too, Pearl. Aren't you going to introduce me, son? Of course, this is Pearl Fay. She's a spirit medium here in Kurain Village. Pearl, this is Dirk, my client. Hello, sir. Pleased to meet you. If there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. Nice to meet you too. What a polite little whore you are. Actually, I'm a high schooler. Whoops, sorry about that. So, you're a spirit medium. Does that mean you can channel spirits then? Yes, I'm still in training though. But I'm well versed in the art of spirit channeling. Well now, isn't that something? I mean, back in my country, our little princess hasn't channeled a single spirit yet. Pretty impressive, young lady. Oh, but compared to Mystic Maya, there's so much more I must learn. Mystic Maya? Oh right, Maya Fey, Mr. Wright's former courtroom assistant. He told me all about her. She's a spirit medium too, if memory serves. Yes, she's an amazing medium, and soon she'll be the next head of the Fey clan too. Mediums and spirit channeling. I've heard all about it from Mr. Wright. Said that mediums will even physically become the person they're channeling. I wonder if even little Pearl would turn into a hulking giant if she had to channel one. I hope you don't mind me asking, but what brings you all the way out here, Mr. Apollo? Just a small matter to take care of. Wait, would it happen to be the matter Mr. Edgeworth is looking into? Prosecutor Edgeworth? What's he doing here? Oh, so it's a different matter then. Because I just saw him a moment ago. He appeared to be searching for something. Oh? Mr. Edgeworth is a friend of Mr. Wright's, the district's chief prosecutor. Why would he be here in Korea? So, Emma's here, Phoenix is here, Edgeworth is here. This is going to be 100% not just an accidental death. No point obsessing over it. Come to think of it, you live here in Kurain Village, don't you, Pearl? Yes, I was born and raised here. This is perfect, Apollo. Let's ask the young lady if she knows where the doctor might have gone last night. I was thinking the exact same thing. Maybe I should show her what we found in the doctor's study. I'll talk to her about the village first. A peaceful place. Nothing beats mountain air. Many of the villagers have left for the city, but I just love it here. Blue skies, lush forests, star-filled skies at night, and fireflies in the summer. Plus, the big beautiful blue ocean is just beyond that mountain. The ocean? What do you say we go for a swim, son? Oh, I think I'll pass. Besides, I can't swim. Pearl? Kurain Village is like the home of spirit mediums, right? Yes, and I'm part of a long line of mediums. I've never seen a channeling before, but is it possible to channel the spirit of anyone who's passed away? No, not just anyone. You must know their face and okay, so that also... I kind of suspected that from the previous one, because they danced around it. But given that it's something that hadn't come up in a previous game... Really? You can channel a spirit just by knowing their face and name? That's an amazing ability. It is, but it can only be learned by those with a gift occurring in certain bloodlines, and years of intense training. At present, Mystic Maya and I are the only ones in our village who can channel spirits. It's like spirit mediums are highly valued here, much like they are back in Kurain. I heard there used to be many more of us a long time ago, but now we are in very short supply. Most of the women nowadays don't want to stay, they want the thrill of the big city. Yeah, well, you guys aren't exactly close to any shopping malls or nightclubs out here. But what about you? Are you not interested in things like that? Who, me? Well, I wouldn't mind a new outfit or two, and well, oh, never mind. It's okay, Pearl. You were at that age after all. Oh, we met this weirdo earlier named Politician. Do you know anything about him? Yes, he's been campaigning a lot around here lately, and the noise he's been making has become quite a problem. People are especially upset that he's campaigning at all hours of the night and day. Well, local police should arrest him for disturbing the peace. Unfortunately, there's little they can do because the Attition family is so powerful. Now, isn't he the proverbial pampered provincial prince? He seems pretty intent on winning here in Khura'in. Is there some special reason why? Not sure, but I have an idea. The spirit mediums of Khura'in once held considerable sway in the political world. Judging by his slogan, maybe that's what he's after. Great, so he's just another politician seeking powerful connections. The ability to commune with the dead gives comfort to those anxious about the future. Then Khura'in has preserved its independence by the Queen's power of spirit channeling. Must play a similar role in this village. Yes, even today, many here revere those with spirit medium blood flowing in their veins. So basically, as politician's benefactor goes, so goes the whole village. Who is this benefactor? Who could hold this much sway over Khura'in village? Okay, so just... I can't present profiles. Sorry, I wish I could help, but don't worry about it. I'm sorry I wasted your time like that. At least let me offer you some tea. You must be tired from all your investigating. Oh no, you don't have to do that. You'll be just fine, thank you. She's so polite, it's hard not to feel rude around her. Alright. I mean, she could have just like... Yeah, let's just channel this guy, and then he can tell us where it is. And also, probably give us a lot of information we could use. Oh. Huh. Ron, do you have any idea where this moss might grow? That looks like Mitama moss. It grows on Mount Mitama and it gives off a soft glow in the dark. Mount Mitama? See that mountain over there? That's Mount Mitama. And how would one get there? You can take a bus from that bus stop over there. May I ask why you were so interested in that moss? Dr. Buff was supposed to give us something, but it seems he hid it somewhere last night. He did? Maybe that's why he, Pearl, do you know something that might help us? Well, sounds like I'd better find out what she knows. Pearl, do you have any idea where Dr. Buff might have gone last night? Well... about that. All I know is Dr. Buff was somewhere on Mount Mitama. Bracelet's reacting. Means Pearl is hiding something from me.
Gotcha!
Pearl, you seem anxious around the topic of Mount Mitama. I can tell because you rubbed your thumb over a splotch of dried paint as you said it. Oh, well, a nighttime painting is yours, isn't it? This is so embarrassing. As you saw, I'm not a very good artist. That picture has nothing to do with Dr. Buff. I'm not so sure about that. In fact, I'm going to guess that while you were out here painting last night, you actually saw the good doctor heading out to Mount Mitama from the bus stop. No, I didn't see anything like that, I swear. No, I'm positive you saw the doctor. After all, he's right here in your picture.
Take that!
think that's the doctor? I may not be a very good artist, but at least I know how to draw a person. Okay, if this isn't a person, then what is it? That's a rain spirit. And what's a rain spirit doing at a bus stop? No, rain spirits have places to go too. This is getting ridiculous. Sorry, Pearl, but you're not a very good liar. Yeah.
Take that!
The raincoat we found in the doctor's study. It's still wet and muddy, so we know that someone wore it last night. Now, see how this pattern is the same as the rain spirit in your picture? Ah, you didn't see a rain spirit last night. You saw Dr. Buff wearing this raincoat. I'm sorry. I know I'm not supposed to lie, but... So what happened with Pearl? Sorry I didn't tell you before, Mr. Paulo, but I did see the doctor last night. It's alright. Just please tell me everything you know. Of course. I was painting out here last night. When the doctor came up to the bus stop, he was wearing a raincoat, even though it wasn't raining, and a helmet with a light on it. Sounds like he was well prepared for something. I know. That's why I asked him if he was going off exploring again. He looked startled, like he hadn't noticed me there. And then he suddenly said, "Please don't tell anyone you saw me here." Why would he want to silence you like that? Something must have happened to spook him. He didn't want anyone to know where he was going to hide the orb. Where could he have been going dressed like that? My best guess is a cave somewhere on Mount Matama. I heard there's a cave there where mediums of the Korean tradition went to train long ago. Legend has it, there are some sort of mystical ruins in there. Mystical ruins? Sounds like the exact sort of place an archaeologist might go. Well, we should get going now, but thanks for all your help, Pearl. You're welcome, Mr. Apollo. Please take care. What do you say we go find that cave, son? Since the orb might finally be within our grasp. This treasure hunt is shaping up to be the real deal. Really gets the blood pumping, doesn't it? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go. And I think we're going to call it there. So, this is interesting so far. Still haven't gotten confirmed that there's an actual murder that's happened, although it's highly suspicious. But yeah, I was not expecting this to be where this... I kind of thought... You know, I kind of thought there would be more happening in Kurain. I didn't expect we'd be coming back here, but the case is a case, so I guess we'll see where it leads. But it's been interesting at the very least, and I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've watched on the stream or on the video later, I might be able to stream tomorrow. Not sure. No guarantees. It might be later in the week, but I'll see what happens. But either way, hope you had a good evening and take care. We'll see you next time.